Well, happy middle of your week, St. Luke's. Um, it's me. I'm here. I'm doing the midweek message. So if you don't know me, I am Father Jacob Rogers. I have been on staff here for a little over a year now, and I am grateful and blessed to be chosen to be our interim priest in charge for St. Luke's for the next season. As you have probably heard and seen, we are in a rector search, and we have a rector search committee. I think that's the RSC. I don't know, Rector Search Committee, maybe. And that is full of wonderful St. Luke's people who are in prayer and working to revamp our parish profile. And we are very excited and in prayer with them that the Lord will bring us the right man to be our next rector. At which point I will step down and be an associate again. So I am very excited though and very blessed to be part of this transition and this process. April and I know that the Lord has brought us here for this time, and we are especially grateful to all the people like you who have been, surrounded us and have already shown us how much support you are giving us and how much prayer you are pouring over us. Because this is, I mean, nobody chose this. This is something that I've been asked to do, and we're doing it. So I am grateful for each one of you and for your prayers. So keep coming with prayers, and that will be awesome. So that being said, for this week, we just have a few things. I want to just remind you of VBS coming up July 21 to 25. We have about 45 kids signed up. That's amazing. And so if you have grandchildren who are going to be here or anywhere nearby or children who have not signed up yet, go ahead and sign up. And if you have time that week and you'd like to step in and help Amy a little bit and Patrick with VBS, we would appreciate that. We're not going to fail if you don't do it, but if you have time, we would love for as many of you to be as involved as want to be and can be. And even if you're not going to be physically present, be spiritually present and pray for our children and these children that are coming into our VBS, because they're going to hear about Jesus and they're going to hear the gospel and they're going to learn about the gospel this week. So it's going to be this coming the 21st through 25th. Please pray and get involved if you can, if you have time. The other gigantic thing that is coming up, there's three things that I've mentioned, but the Coulson Center Fellowship, Coulson's Fellow program is coming up, and our signups are going to be this Sunday, beginning this Sunday. We're going to have a couple tables set up after the services, and we're going to have few people talking about it during Rector's Forum or at the beginning of Rector's Forum. I was able to be a Coulson Fellow. I was already in this program. It is a 9-month program. It is one of the most intense and amazing ways for you to get a Christian education, a thoroughly, deeply Christian education quickly. It is a there are several great books that you're going to end up reading. That you're going to be watching videos and listening to talks, and then once a month there's a cohort meeting where you will go meet with the other members of your cohort in a home, and you'll eat breakfast and you'll talk about the things that you're reading and watching. This is probably the best apologetics course that you can get. So I would recommend you taking advantage of this, coming and hearing about it on Sunday and signing up to be in a cohort. A cohort usually has 10 to 12 people. So the first cohort will be led by Joe and Ro Babcock, and you can talk to them on Sunday. But again, I thoroughly enjoyed it and thoroughly enjoyed the conversations and the small group atmosphere that I was able to glean from this. That's probably one of the best things, is that you get to know people so much better after when you get through this. So I've made very good friends already. So Colson Fellows, sign up. I recommend it. And then finally, I would say, well, I would talk about the Catechesis of the Good Shepherd training. This is not for kids, this is for adults. My trainer, April, and I went to Georgia to be trained. And our trainer is coming August 11 to 16. And she's coming to do the first part of a two-part training. So this first week is part one of the same of a 2 week training. The next week, part two, will be next summer. So even if you are not interested in being weekly in the with the children in the atrium, I recommend that you come and hear in the very beginning and learn about this class, because you might actually learn a lot. You'll learn about how to read the Bible. You'll learn about Anglican liturgy. You'll learn about how you can communicate the gospel better, and how to pray better, and how to read the Bible better. So it is a multifaceted, incredibly helpful course. When I was in the class in Georgia this past winter, I was watching my teacher, and I thought to myself, "Oh, this is how Jesus talked to kids." And it was overwhelming. I was just overwhelmed with how much I gained and learned spiritually by sitting in this class. And it's 9 to 4 o'clock every day, from Monday to Saturday, August 11 to 16. There's a $500 cost for this week, and we would love as many as possible to become certified in this, so that I have this harebrained idea that if we have an atrium, and if we have catechists and we're fully stocked, the Lord will bring children that need to hear the gospel. And that is exciting. So we're going to be prepared, and we're going to be ready, and we're going to be praying that the Lord brings the children that He wants us to have in our atrium. It's also regional, so there should be people from other churches coming, and from the diocese coming. So please consider, pray, ask me more about Catechesis of the Good Shepherd. Ask April and Amy about it, and you'll get a lot of information from that. But finally, I would say, don't forget that we would love for you to wear your name tags. One, there's like several benefits, but one of the main benefits is that I want to say your name when I'm giving you communion. And I probably know a lot of your names, but when I'm going along giving communion, I forget immediately. And if I can see your name, then I will be reminded, and I will be able to personally give you communion and say your name. So that's one thing for me that I would love that. I would love to be able to do that. I'd love to also be able to not have to think incredibly hard when I see you again every week. And I know who you are, but I need just a quick reminder. You all know it also. And it helps y'all. It helps each other for us to be able to know one another better. So this is it. So, in that vein, if you were looking to get a permanent name tag, just talk to Jessica and she can tell you what to do. These, the slightly nicer ones than the plastic ones, than the insert ones. So, with all of that, I just ask you again for your prayers that in this season you would be, on Fridays with us. I would love for each of us as a church family to be praying at noon on Fridays. Set an alarm, set a timer, and remind yourself on Fridays at noon that we're going to be in prayer as a community for our rector search committee and our next rector and me and our staff, so that we might be upheld and supported in this time of transition, and so that we might find the man that God is leading to us to lead our church as our rector. If you have questions or comments or thoughts or queries or snide remarks, feel free to email me, and we can set a time, and you can come sit in my office, because this is my office, and we can chat. I'd love to chat. So anyway, hope you all have a blessed and fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you Sunday.